about 4.5 years ago. I got the county brought up and they found him and his mom. It's quite cool. He was running with his mom in the field, you know, like mountains up there with the fire going. Fire department came across them. They were like petrified. Somebody left them out of the backyard and got on a trailer to get them out, you know. They said, hopefully you'll survive by yourself. So they picked them up, you know, and they ended up, because that area was so bad, they ended up in Ventura County. My wife knows some people. And they know we've had sports and stuff, and they go.
There's the sea. Finally, the sea. Yay!
There it is.
A kite.
The Shell Beach.
The largest ocean in the world.
Beautiful on the beach. The residential area is just well cared for. There's a cyclist.
Man, they're already got a lot of the rough stuff out of the way if they're here.
Yeah, they're past much of the rough stuff. Yeah,
they're all full of cinnamon rolls.
Actually, we're not at the cinnamon rolls yet, technically.
Yeah, not quite.
But
Well, the cinnamon rolls are where? Here? Or the next town?
Over there. She fell in love with Harley. They had his name was like Blaze at the time.
I think it's
he was still like mommy's boy.
Not
like,
far from Oceanal. I think the town before Oceanal.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
There's an El Camino Real bell.
We'll take them both. Both of them.
Yep.
Mom was great. We got her to the yard instantly. We knew that she was really well trained. Huge animal. Like, we sat on her and her legs hurt after being on her because she was so wide. And this is from people that already know what horses are. She was a big couch. Just everywhere. Just gigantic. And then, so we split them up one day and they yelled and screamed at us for about 3 days. Family down the street, they had a 13 or 14-year-old daughter.
I like riding through
this. You know, and I gave them a little backstory of what's going on. And so they called me and came over, and the girls loved her. They got on her, rode her, and I was like, all right, well, how much? And honestly,
when I was a boy, you could drive your car out on the beach. Here. Look at the seashells.
Here's $1,000.
I don't think you would.
If it doesn't work out, let me know. I don't want you guys to dump her, you know. I never heard
the environmental restrictions.
Which is good.
So we kept borrowing the whole thing with them. It's like
it keeps it the legacy.
That we're like, okay, we're just gonna train them, break them.
Because now every Tom, Dick, and Jane
He was the coolest animal I've ever met before. I think he knew that he was safe. Because
one of these days, a tsunami will hit this.
Most horses, you can go down the yard, whistle and yell at them all you want, and they just raise the yard. They like, they're like, leave me alone. I know you want to go over. Come all the way up. I come in the backyard and yell his name once.
I think the models show much of it just like Oregon. Northern California. consider the plume from that kind of eruption, how it's going to affect weather patterns all the way out to the eastern seaboard.
Are you familiar with the British painter Turner?
Yep.
And his beautiful landscape, or beautiful sunsets?
Mm-hmm.
Well, those beautiful sunsets were caused by an explosion of Mount Krakatoa in Indonesia.
Uh-huh.
And they had those sunsets,
just up ahead on
and
the left.
all the ash was in the sky over England.
Yeah. So just hang there like for years, just circling the earth, affecting the sunset.
So we're getting ready to go through global warming, but the volcanoes got a big enough line, like a caldera, like Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, yep.
Yellowstone could cool the earth by, 10 degrees. Wipe out all the life on the in North America.
Yeah, remember there's a program that Joe Souchere in Garage Logic that if the Yellowstone caldera goes up,
We're done.
I'm going to start breaking out my Luckies.
There you go.
Yeah.
Might as well smoke it then.
Yeah, because that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. It's going to come down in big chunks.
And it will go. But the question is, will science develop far enough
Radios go turned
that
off.
it could be, you could relieve the pressure of it some way? I don't know how you do that.
Control nuclear blasts, nearby to kind of like to vent, as they say, to vent the pressures.
Yeah. But it could supply. Yellowstone could supply all the energy for the United States and Canada both, if it were controlled.
Or the efficient gas fields in that area supply gas needs. Could be centuries.
But also, it's just the heating of water. Bring in ocean water and heat it.
Just utilize the heating of the water itself for powering turbines.
That's right. Enough for virtually almost for sure the United States and Canada. I don't know how much of Mexico.
I haven't heard anything.
That way we can lean more away from fishing.
Sure. But there's not much profit in it. But it could be if the government put a lot of bait out there for development.
Yeah, you got to seed it. You got to make it attractive, so that when they get the development and that it can deploy it out, they can see return.
Now I've been me out a couple times.
That's what's going to bring the shareholders in. Right now, it's mostly about short money.
That's right.
It's short money. Everyone's on the tape.
I suppose if you're cynical about it, you could say, okay, you deal with that greed characteristic and manipulate it so that it pays off for the benefit of people on the long range. But I don't know. You'd wish that it would be the motive would be more altruistic, but I guess it isn't. So, did you go to St. Catherine College?
I went a while to the Crozier Seminary Junior College, and I got.
Is that a Catholic seminary?
It was a Catholic seminary. I brokered the thought of the priesthood. The Croziers, you heard of the Crozier Order the Holy Cross?
Yes. Are you referring to the ones who run Notre Dame University?
No, the ones from the Netherlands.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And heirs. And at a time that almost totally wiped out because of Napoleon.
Oh, really?
And it had monasteries in France too, and it went down to just several older monks, priests. That's all that was left of the orders.
The religious orders have fluctuated down through the centuries. There are many of them that were very important orders at different times of history that disappeared.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that. I don't feel sad about it because I think the same way I feel about the ride and the riders who are not able to do the ride, sagging riders.
Yeah.
I told the two young guys in the back, I said, you've already been successful by raising the money and doing the ride. So from a spiritual point of view, the monastic order was successful if it's made the spiritual advancement of 1 month.
Yeah. If they advance, what could go forward from there, that itself is successful.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got so that the vision quest can continue to another generation.
I think monasticism interests me.
It's already day 4.
It's something that's actually attractive. But it's the communal life, it's the communal purpose. Actually, it's why I came to California. When I was just turned 13, I was going to a Catholic school in Omaha, Nebraska. And I heard a talk from Christian brothers from Moraga, up here north of San Rafael. And they talked about making wine and saving souls for Jesus and going to St. Mary's College, how they would educate us, and we'd have this life of service, and, typical recruiting stuff. And that really appealed to me. It still appeals to me. But not as much as sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Right. Yeah. The attractions of this earthly plane.
This earthly plane. There you go.
Yeah, this earthly plane. Yeah.
My brother Jimmy, since you have a Catholic background, I'll throw you an interesting idea. My brother Jimmy suffered terribly in the last years of his life. Really had congestive heart failure, really a lot of pain and anguish, really sad. And so finally the doctor, he was a friend of mine, and I said, he doesn't have a chance, does he? And the doctor said, we're friends. And he said, no, he doesn't have a chance. Not at all. He said, we can continue him on life support and all this stuff. I said, it's just going to continue his suffering. And he said, how do you think he is with his heart and with his mind and is he rectified with his life? And I said, I think he's in pretty good shape. He said, well, then I'm going to put him in hospice. So they put him in hospice, and for the last week of his life, they just cared for him, they kept the pain down, and it was wonderful. So I had a week with my brother. He was a lot older than I. He was a Marine in World War II. And we talked about the fact he had killed men with his hands as a commando, and I said, Jimmy, do you want to pray with me? I said, I had long since left the Catholic religion. But I said, I remember the prayers. I said, you want to do the act of contrition with me? And he said, yes. So we said the act of contrition, prayed together, and talked about our family. And all of a sudden he said the most interesting and mystical thing. He looked at me and he was perfectly lucid when he said this. He said, we need to also pray for Jesus on the cross. He needs us. I just got emotional. He needs us to pray for him on the cross. And I had never thought about the idea you're always asking the Christ for his prayers, for his life.
His intercession.
His intercession. But we never think in terms of, if we are a communion of saints, then we need to also pray for him. And we need to pray for the divine force of the universe. And we need also to pray for the Holy Spirit. Not necessarily asking something, but to pray for it. It's an interesting mystical idea.
Interesting, because I said, need anything from us, but still ask, we pray for that.
Yeah.
For his continuing mission.
Right. the Episcopal Bishop of Los Angeles for a long time, and he had been a chaplain in World War II, and he was in with the invasion army invading Germany, and they went through this little Bavarian village in a jeep, and they were doing mop-up, and they went through this little German town, and the whole town was just rubble. And the people were, when they got there, the people were building their church. Before they built their own home, they were rebuilding their church. And he marveled at that, you know. And Bishop Rusak told me, he said, a couple of months later, 2 or 3 months later, they went back to the same village. And the church was pretty much completed. It was in Bavaria. It was a wood carving village. And they were working on their houses. And he went into the church, and the corpus, the Christ above the altar, was a wooden sculpture. And it had been badly beaten up during the bombing. And it had no arms and legs. And Bishop Rusak said to them, the young Episcopal priest said to him, since you're a village of wood carvers, how come you recompleted this church? Didn't you do the arms and legs? And the woman said to him, because we are his arms and legs. Oh. Isn't that neat?
Yeah, neat.
I love stories like that. See the El Camino Real bell, you're familiar with this?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
This will be my last business of bending your ear. But there was a woman named Mrs. Armitage Forbes in L.A., a wealthy woman. Whose husband owned an iron foundry. And so she and a bunch of her friends were disturbed by the missions of California falling into decay and the adobes being lost and wiped out. So they created an organization. And I belong to it. It's the Campo de Cahuenga. It's in North Hollywood, California. And they meet there, and they decided to mark the entire state of California's historic sites with these bells. And her husband made them cast the bells. So they've cast the bells, and they put them all over the state of California. And the crook, you see, is the crook of Junipero Serra.
Junipero Serra, yeah.
His abbot's crook. So that's the source of those bells.
Wow. Yeah. And this was started in the mid-30s, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, so you knew about it, right?
There's a site called California Highways. Yeah, and it has a link to the history of the bells and what you mentioned there, and Junipero Serra. And
we have
most recently the bells are being upgraded. Right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Because they were made of cast iron. So also a lot of them have been stolen over the years.
Yeah.
To show you what a rogue I am, we began to spread rumors that the bells had a spell on them. They had a curse on them. So that anyone who stole one of the bells would have years of suffering and curses in their old age. So we began to get the bells back. Nothing like a little
mythology, superstition.
I'm not above that. I use superstition to get what you need.
Okay. We'll go with private.
I know it's right on there.
Well, sometimes, it's kind of like a mirror back, and it's the thieves in a way.
There we go.
That they reflect on their own.
I think this is the Santa Maria River.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah. Whole new bridge, walkway. Yeah. And here we are.
You drive through Spain, riding along, driving through Spain. You read the road signs: Santa Maria, Santa Paula, San Juan, Buenaventura. And, it's like coming through California. The same names of all of our cities.
Yeah.
Immediately come to Yes, okay. Turn right.
This is kind of like the older Southern California before, you know, the irrigation, you know, developing of the more southern part of, you know.
Well, this river that goes by us here, I'm sure the Army Corps of Engineers is protected it because these rivers can turn into real rivers.
This is Valerie
with the right amount of
bus A.
rain in the mountains, they can be 30 feet tall.
I just had a message, I think, from Sarah, wondering where we were headed, and wanted
See
to
this
let you know we are headed
flower
to
right here, this yellow flower?
Yep.
That's part of California history too. When the Franciscan monks came through, in order to mark their pathways along the El Camino Real, they'd throw mustard seed out along the path, and that they would get a shock of yellow, and that marked their trail. But then the mustard went wild, and it became an invasive species. But that's where that mustard comes from.
That's where it comes from.
Let's see. So half a mile to Hidden Pines.
They're kind of sort of corralling the mustard a little bit.
So you can actually get the seed from it and make real mustard from it.
So then as a flavoring, as a spice.
And you can sell it to Northern Europeans and make money out of it.
Yes.
But the Spaniards, the Spanish priests did that to Francis. Threw the seed along.
How are you?
See what I get for being a history teacher? I have all that shit in my head.
That's great though.
It's fun.
It's fun to go through that.
So like almost this. See these trees here? They're from Australia. They're eucalyptus.
Oh, so it actually was imported.
It was imported by Chinese.
The Chinese,
who brought it as they brought it when they created the orchards of California because they acted as windbreakers.
Right. Oh.
When you get a chance, you're going to walk over to one of them and just rub your hand on the bark. You smell it. You go, oh my God, that's cough drops. That's where the smell for coffee, where the
Smith Brothers.
The Smith Brothers. These trees are from South Africa here.
South Africa, okay.
Run them over.
Run
them right over.
It's closed.
I'm all backwards with my campsite.
Right there, I guess your movie just ended too.
Am I going? This way.
Alright.
This is a nice camp. So they'll be more comfortable as far as the grounds are concerned. But they'll be so dead tired that the question is whether or not they will enjoy it.
Oh yeah, they come after. Well, they do the 108 and then the climbs of the day.
You're here.
We're here.
Tree.
Don't forget your trash.
Don't forget the trash and all that.
Get your trash.
Yeah. Well.
You get to go first.
I'm going to be a second. Go ahead if you're ready.
Okay. Go right ahead. I'll catch you here.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for riding Bus Awesome.
Thank you for a great time. Thank you, driver.
Thank
Would
you.
Give me the magic tube there.
Oh yes, the magic tube. There you go.
There we go. This is sometime come by the store and we'll put you in the magic tube.
I will. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Thank you, driver.
Thank you.
Great.
There they all come out. Get them all on the film. Yay. Yeah, they're camp beds.
Have a great day.
Have a great day, everyone.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, there you go.
Thank you. That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Hey, thanks for I'll come see you later. I'll see you in the city.
Okay, of course.
Okay, thank you. Uh-oh. You're welcome. Have a great day.
Hasta
Thank you.
mañana.
You're welcome. Have
The
a great
banana.
day.
Once they get him a black man.
Oh no! You need a helmet.
Trying to kill himself slowly.
Don't kill yourself.